I just got a hashtag download from the universe or whatever. I'm just walking around. I just came back to Toronto. I was in Vancouver and, you know, smoked a joint, enjoying the beautiful morning. And I was like smoking a joint and I was like, oh, like, just smoke another. And I'm like, no, I don't want to. And then my brain just kind of was like feeling a little meh, and like there was this other voice like, smoke another joint, or like more, and just not really satisfied or appreciative of right now, because I didn't feel like there was anything grounding me when I first started this walk. But now I just started talking to myself out loud, like before recording this, and what I really came down to it, what I really boiled my feelings, my kind of observations, and what I really need to hear right now too, is what I want to do in this life. Like, I couldn't explain why I don't want to do a certain career, why I want to drop out of university right now. I can't explain to people that like I don't know how. I don't want to be in school right now. I don't know what I want to do. I'm making some money on the side right now, but it's not like crazy. Like, I can't move out, but I want to move out. But then it's like, I'm like, I feel this external pressure, like, why are you lazy? Why aren't you, like, you know, then doing something? But it's like, I'm not in a place to act, because I don't know which direction I want to go in. And it's like, yeah, you could try things or whatever. I've been trying things. I went to university right now, to art school, like, to graphic design school, art school. I don't want to do that anymore, but I'm just finishing the semester for the sake of finishing it because the money was paid. But that's not in sync with what I want to do, and I understand that. And I understand that I can't just like drop everything that I start when I want to drop it, because there are commitments that are made. But I'm just saying it's not aligned with me anymore, and I'm finishing this commitment, but I'm in a place where I'm wrapping that up, the semester, in like 2 months. I'm applying to summer. I applied to this tree planting job in the summer. If I get that, then that's where I'll be for like 2 months. And I'm just looking past the you know, the school, like, go to school, go to work stuff. Like, I'm just really trying to breathe and do what connects, or just be what connects. I don't know. When I'm like, in summary, in short term, in the language that I wanted to express this in, I told myself, and I will be reminding myself like 5 to 10 times a day, that's my goal, that I'm here on this planet to synchronize my inner world with the outer world. That's it. That's all that matters to me, and nothing else. And I couldn't find a value. Like, I've literally been like journaling since like last year or whatever. I'm like, I don't know what my values are. I don't even know where I'm going, what's the direction, because it always changed where I wanted to go, what I wanted to do, what my interest was. Like, yeah, some of them stayed the same, some of them changed, whatever. And that kind of would worry me, because I'm like, why can't you just commit to one thing? Why can't you just have, you know, settle into one career? Like, they're not all like freaking, well, not career, but like steady yourself into one kind of field of study. You know, they're broad, you can do whatever you want. But it's like, that's not what I want to do. That's not what I fucking want to do right now. And what I want to work on, and what I really need in this life, is just to have my inner and outer worlds synced. That's it. And it's such a relief to actually have words that actually describe that, because I didn't have words for that. And I kind of felt like I was going crazy and like I was behind or whatever, which I'm not, and no one is ever behind on anything. And yeah, and I reminding myself of that I only, like, my deep core value for my own life is that my inner and outer world are synced up. This embraces and gives me space for all the changing of my inner world and all its glory. And it reminds me that, like, if I'm interested in something, if there's, you know, this pull in my internal world, that I want to sync it up with that outer world. So it will, this kind of thought allows me to be confident and assured when I'm taking action towards what I want to do, because I have so many interests. I don't take action for a lot of them because I get kind of overwhelmed and I'm like, what if this is wrong? What if this is, a waste of money? What if this, what if this, that? But if it means my inner world is going to sync up with my outer world, then I'm doing it. That's it. That's all. That's really all it is. And what's amazing about this frame of thought that I came to while I was just talking out loud is that when the outer world gets overwhelming, like today, my mom was picking me up from the airport and she was just like talking and it wasn't even like what she was saying. It was more of like the vibe of her presence, and just like I just didn't want this person around me at the moment. I did not want to be around her. And then she starts talking, and then I kind of start talking in like a lower state to match hers. And I think that's a part of the reason why when I started this walk, I was a little kind of weighed down, because I was just kind of reactionary to her low state of being. But what this inner outer synchronicity thought reminds me, and I will remind myself in moments like I had this morning with my mom, that when the outside world isn't feeling great, when the outside world is overwhelming, when the outside world is like, this is the balance, and like the outside world is like these fingers, and the outside world is weighing me down, then I have to go inside of my inner world, sit there, spend time there, in those moments, and explore there and find new depths there. And at the same time, when the inner world, well, not at the same time, in other times when the inner world is overwhelmed, like at the beginning of this walk, I wasn't overwhelmed like I was crying or anything, but I just had these weird emotions inside of me, and this it was just like dull and uncomfortable, and I didn't know why. And then it kind of freaks me out a little bit. I'm like, why am I feeling this dull? The usual tangents. When the internal world is overwhelmed, and it like dips down like this, just go into the external world and explore the external world and spend time in the external world. Like, put your attention there, and that's amazing. Like I was just doing that. Now by the end of the walk, that I've been focusing on the outside world instead of my inner world, the balance has kind of restored, and that's fucking amazing. I'm so happy I found fucking words. Oh my god, I'm gonna stop saying fucking. I say fucking all the time. I found actual words for this, and it feels so good, and like, wow, and peaceful. Like, I know this. It's not like catharsis. It's like, oh my god, words. Like, I felt like this for so long. I've been moving and acting upon this, like, I guess, principle or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Sorry, about the way you want to call it. Just, I didn't consciously know what I was doing. I just knew I was doing something that was working, but I didn't know what it was. And now I do. And it feels great. And I don't know. If someone sees this, it's like, I hope you need to hear this too. But this was mainly just like for me, just to like record, encapsulate, and because I'm just already talking to myself, and I'll look back on this and be like, wow, girl, yeah, man, you got this. Good for you. So yeah, and the example, because I gave the example of like the inner world being overwhelming. Oh no, I did. I'm just going to talk about how I had a similar experience in Vancouver when I was just having a really good time walking around, biking around, and just enjoying the city, a new place. I didn't have time for my internal world to be like, worried or anything like that, because I was just so focused and aware of everything around me. Even though, still have heavy feelings, I still have, stuff. I still have emotions. I still have pain that I'm going through. It's just, I just shift my attention away from it. I don't ignore it. Don't get me wrong. I don't ignore it. It's there. It's present. I just make room for other things while having it. And that's it. That's my morning. Happy morning. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. That's it. Have a good day.